Okay, we should be on the air. Just give it a few seconds just to make sure YouTube doesn't fail. Okay, looks good. Okay, welcome baseball fans to another New York Yankees game. It's Thursday, 13th of April. There's a scheduled 7:05 p.m. Game tonight. Tampa Bay in town to wrap up this three-game series before the Yankees host St. Louis in interleague over the Easter weekend. So anyway, real Yankees are 4-4. New York is 5-3 here. They had a nice win yesterday while I took the loss. The bullpen let me down in the second half of the game. So we're going to jump into this game. All right, the Sea Dogs are at Thunder today. I played the other day. I played a Thunder game. Rail Riders are hosting the Iron Pigs, but today we're worried about MLB. And so we're going to jump into that. We're going to play the game. Yeah, it simulates the rest of the schedule, so everything keeps up. Rail Riders AAA do not have 4 valid lineups. I'm not even sure what that means, but I'll fix them all. Okay, so we're going to play the full game, which they say takes 45 minutes, but I do take a break in between, sometimes for the 7th inning stretch, sometimes earlier. So anyway, we got, looks like it's Blake Snell, who has a 0-0 record with a 9.00 ERA, so whatever he did, it wasn't really good. They say Sabathia, but play my home uniform at Yankee Stadium. We're going to let it be an MLB network. It's more like partly cloudy today, or it should be by game time. Real world weather. And actually, it should be Adam Warren getting a shot today. So we're going to run with Adam Warren. He's a guy brought up from the minors to be a starting pitcher. We'll see if he's got any good stuff. According to this, he's got a good break. Not a lot of stamina, so something tells me I'm going to be relying on the bullpen at some point. Haven't really had a legitimate roster update on him to reflect any starts he might make. If he does well, he'll and could go, deep into the game. His stamina should improve. But anyway, so we're going to go with that. Okay, Gregorius. We're going to move to the 9th spot because Torres is going to be playing short because Gregorius is still injured. All right, Sanchez. I'll put in Romine at catcher. Sanchez is on the 30-day disabled from that bicep injury. And he's going to have to bat lower in the order. Greg Bird, we're going to put in the 4th spot. He should be excelling at that. If he gets a hold of it, it's going to go somewhere. Got Castro before Holiday. Carter before Romine. The Yankees have been batting Torres, despite the fact that he's been an RBI machine. You can't expect any power from him. So he might be the perfect guy to lead off an inning with Gardner and Ellsbury coming up. Ellsbury was batting 5th for a while, but with the injuries, he's been moved back to the number 2 slot. So we've got left, switch, left. We got the righties. I don't think I can do anything much about throwing any more lefties in there. Nah, so Things are pretty balanced at the top, relying on the right-handers later in the lineup. Okay, so let's get on with it. All right, Warren's for in his pitch had 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. He should do okay. He's kind of a starting pitcher of the future.
For baseball
now
so. On a Thursday night from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx.
Okay, so that's it for the commentary. I'll interject later on if there's something to say. But now I'll just let the game speak for itself.
It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Adam Warren, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's the guy that's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Number 39.
And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, Harold, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
And, Matt, you always want to win 2 of the 3 games. I mean, today is a big game because you walk away and you start adding up those numbers in the series. You go, we won 2 out of 3 there. That's the goal for every team, to win 2 out of 3 in the series.
And it'll be important to stay warm tonight. A chilly 44 degrees here at first pitch. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And now look out as that runs in and gets him. And a very interesting start to this one.
Well, there's no strategic reason to hit the leadoff man that I can think of. So now he's aboard with no outs to start the game. And that's not how you want to get your outing underway on the mound.
Stepping in, Matt Duffy. He, too, had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. Here comes the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
He's really showing me something right here, Matt. He hit the last batter, and the first pitch right here, boom, fastball on the inside half, coming right at him again. He's not fearful of anything.
Here it comes, 1-0. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this will easily find the wall in front of the stands by the 314 sign. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Corey Dickerson. He had a triple in the game yesterday, finishing 1 for 4. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. There to take it is Headley. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
A really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. And Longoria won't be given a chance here as he's walked intentionally.
well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Into the box now, Brad Miller, head-to-head with Adam Warren, 1 for 3. He also has 1 home run. Too low, 1-0.
Matt, this is how you want to start a game. First inning, you already jump on them early. You get 1 run in, and now you have 2 other runners on base. You come up with a big hit here, you can really make a big dent right here in this game in the first inning.
The 1-0 pitch. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Another one sent foul. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now. Time now for a look at the Rays starting 9. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, I think the guy to watch is Matt Duffy, the Duff Man. He had a nice performance in his last outing. 4 RBIs, right? Clutch hits, driving in guys when they're sitting out there in front of him. I'm looking to see if he can have an impact on this game as well.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. From the belt, kicks and deals. 1-0. And that misses, ball 1. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Well, Fillmore's the type of umpire. He's going to give you a little in some areas and take away the others. And what I mean by that, he's going to call a little wider on the corners, but up and down, he's going to take that away from you.
The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Yeah, and as we take another look at this pitch is on the outer half of the plate. The catcher doesn't know whether to backhand it or not, and it just skips off his glove for the pass ball. He'll be upset with himself about that one, no doubt.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Two and 0 count, and the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play.
He really was struggling. He needed that strike right there. It's been a while since he's thrown one. That's just not the way he wanted to start this inning.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
Set to deal on 2-2. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Another 2-2 offering. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Coming to the plate now, Colby Rasmus. And he is off to a dreadful start at the plate, as he has not hit the ball well at all in the month of April. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1.
Well, Matt, the big thing I'm looking at is how many pitches he's already thrown here in the first inning. He's got a high pitch count. So if he continues like this, we're definitely going to see a bullpen game.
2 out, bases loaded. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. This side is retired. Rays will settle for just the 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Rays 1 and the Yankees nothing. Blake Snell starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's going to have his rough outings from time to time. ERA last year just a little under 4. But the thing about it is he's going to take the ball. Give me the ball. I'm going to take my knocks, but I'm going to keep you in the game, and that's what I'm looking for him to do in this ball game. Keep him in the game, give him a chance to win.
Here comes Brett Gardner now as he'll lead things off in the home first. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. And Harold, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, they do come in off a victory last time out, but they've really hit the skids here recently. Losers of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Well, Matt, they're coming off winning a big game. I mean, they played great baseball. They scored a lot of runs in that win yesterday. So if they can carry that momentum over, they're going to be tough to beat. Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but those were 2 good pitchers' pitches. Both on the inside half, both for strikes. There's nothing you can do with it. You just got to hope now you get something to hit.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Ramos has got it, and he makes the throw to first. Gardner is retired, and there's 1 away. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold?
Well, Matt, they find themselves already down 1. The big thing here, realize you got a lot of game left. Just score 1 run. Try to get right back in the game, even it up, and play the whole 9 innings. You can't just play part of the game, play the whole game.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Jacoby Ellsbury is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
1 strike home now to Ellsbury. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Really aggressive swings right now. Ball's out of the zone, up high. He's swinging through them. Not going to put him in play. He's really got to bring that pitch down and get it into the strike zone.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Longoria's got it for out number 2.
Batting third, Third baseman, Chase Headley.
Here's Chase Headley. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he just misses with a curveball.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
That's a pitch to build on right there. In this ballpark, the ball's flying. You want to keep the ball down. That was excellent.
2 out, nobody on. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now.
Matt, I like the last 2 pitches. The changeup and then a fastball, and he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They trail this one 1-0. In now, Steven Souza head-to-head with Adam Warren. He's gone 3 for 11. He's taken him deep once. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
The windup and the 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Again, a 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Now another 1-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
All right, here's how the Yanks line up defensively. Brought to you by Majestic. I'm looking down there at Brett Gardner. You know, Yankee Stadium made this guy one of the best defenders because it's so spacious. He had to go a long way to center, and being left-handed, he had to backhand a lot of balls. So as a result, he learned how to get great jumps on the baseball and makes great plays.
Ready now, Tim Beckham. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0-for-4 line. Heading out towards shallow right. Holiday is under it. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kevin Kiermaier. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that is off the wall in right field. Around first, digging for 2. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Stepping in now, Matt Duffy. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. The 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Here comes another 0-2. And a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. Into the windup and the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. One and one. Here it comes. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes a look at one, catching the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Kiermaier patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Rays. And yes, they move players all over the field. They love to shift heavily into the analytics and really apply it to their club. You'll see guys moving all over the field today.
Here's Starlin Castro. He comes into the game with his average right at the 300 mark, so it's been a good start to the season for him. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Matt Holliday standing in now. The early season batting line well above 300 coming into this one, so he'll look to keep that kind of success going. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the 2-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
The windup and the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And Holiday has a base hit. So that keeps the bottom of the second going.
He gives up a single there, but he's retired 5 in a row. Man, he looks sharp to me.
Batting 7th, designated hitter, Chris Carter.
Here's Chris Carter now. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a miss. He's behind the big curveball.
Well, now they got the tying run at first base. Now it's going to take a ball in the gap to really score this guy from first base. And I'm really curious how they're going to defend that on a relay throw, and maybe if we have a play or not. But you got to hit one in the gap to get there first.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. No, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Well, clearly he's not setting changeup with that swing. I like the early changeup. Now it sets up your fastball and all your other off-speed stuff, because now the changeup, anything's faster than that. He's got him off balance now.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. The Yanks leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Dickerson. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd.
Corey Dickerson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And a neck-high fastball that time. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The 3-2 one more time. Squared that one up just a little late. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Ready for another chance? Evan Longoria. His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And they'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled back. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Another 1-2 delivery. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box now, Brad Miller, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the 0-1. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. To second for 1. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play. And the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Tampa Bay leads this one 1-0. Striding in, Austin Romine. He'll match up with Blake Snell now to lead off the inning. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. The 0-1 pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Good check swing on that off-speed pitch. Clearly a sitting fastball ready to let it fly. He recognized it was an off-speed pitch and was able to hold up.
A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location. So a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Ronald Torreyes the next to bat. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
Here's Brett Gardner now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Ready with the 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Hey, 0-2 in the dirt. Listen, this team's a very free-swinging team, so he's just going to go ahead and try to keep bouncing. If they're going to swing at him, he's going to keep throwing him.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and they pull the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're down 1-0. Striding in once again, Wilson Ramos. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Number 40, Wilson Ramos.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
Into the windup and the pitch. Line to the right side. Holiday is there to put it away for out number 1.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
In now, Colby Rasmus.
Nope.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Nope.
Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he gets a piece there and chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Third foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. The 2-2 one more time. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Now another 2-2. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. A solo home run off the bat of Colby Rasmus. First home run of the campaign for him as the Rays move in front now 2-0.
That one just kept going and going. You won't see many long balls hit farther than that this season, and as Show Track tells us, it carried a projected 460 feet. That's big boy territory.
Striding into the box, ESP. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Out of the Yankee dugout now is Joe Girardi as he'll head toward the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he will curiously make his way to the dugout after what has to be considered a very brief appearance. Brian Mitchell answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. First pitch coming. Here it is. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
First baseman number 1. Tim
Digging in to try it again. Tim Beckham comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the pitch. Hard ground ball to third. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
He just ambushed him right here. First pitch fastball. He was looking for it, and boom, base hit.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Here it comes, 1-0. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
He has full intentions of jamming this guy. Back-to-back cutters right in on the hands. He does not want him to get extended.
Ready with the 1-2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A two-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering. This is lifted out to left. Gardner is there, and the inning is over. One for the Rays on the solo home run. Bottom of the fourth coming up, and it's 2-0 Tampa Bay. So striding in, Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Number 22.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Headley.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring in the dangerous switch hitter Chase Headley. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
This guy's got a good mid-90s fastball working in this game. If they think they can catch up to that ball up there, it's going to continue to be a rough game for them.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Good job of holding up on the 0-2 pitch right there, because clearly he was wanting to chase it.
The 1-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Souza is in his tracks now, and he's got it for out number 2.
First baseman number 33, Greg Bird.
Now to the plate, Greg Bird. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's in there for strike 1.
Here we are in the middle innings, Matt, and he's over 80% first pitch strikes on hitters. You wonder why he's dominating right now. That's a great ratio, getting ahead and getting them out.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys? Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, there's that classic strikeout pitch. The changeup down just didn't get him to go after it.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a ball hit to center field and deep. Back goes the center fielder way back, and that ball is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And the Yankees are on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
I'm sure you know what's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
Now batting.
Here's Starlin Castro.
Starlin.
As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Duffy up the middle. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Well, that's a nice infield single, and was he flying down the line or what? But, man, you should say, hey, he's smelling that base hit right there. He was digging for that hit.
At the plate, Matt Holliday. He reached on a single in his first try. In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball 1. One 0 count. Here it is. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. One run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
And this is fouled into the seats over from first. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Seems like he's thrown everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled them off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in once again,
Leading off
Matt
for Tampa
Duffy.
Bay.
1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Duffy.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball right over the outside corner. Hit hard but foul. And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Here's another 0-2. Line drive to center field. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So it's a good start to the inning for the Rays as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
Well, that's a heck of an at-bat. He got himself down early, 0-2, fights off a couple more pitches, gets to the 5th pitch of the at-bat, and gets a base hit. Nice job.
Standing in, Corey Dickerson, 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball here. 0-1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
Well, this isn't how he wanted to start the inning. A leadoff single, and then you almost hit the next hitter. Composure. Got to try to get that ball with the plate and maybe get a ground ball.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. Fly ball into straightaway left. Gardner is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The third baseman, number 3, Evan Longoria.
At the plate, Evan Longoria. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. 2 runs, 5 hits. And no errors for Tampa Bay so far. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, he missed that pitch. I tell you what, as the pitcher, he's got to gain his composure. You can see guys fall apart after you see a ball in the zone that long get called a ball on you.
The 2-1 pitch. Runners off for second. Pitch swung on and missed.
He's out.
Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
That very well could have been a hit-run play, but that pitch was so far out of the zone, it really made it hard for the hitter to make any contact. Kind of left his teammate hung out to dry.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now here's the pitch. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Nothing doing for Tampa. They lead it 2-1. Here's Chris Carter now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Designated hitter, Chris Carter.
Into the windup and the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And he looks at a curveball that falls in. 1-1.
That's so difficult to hit. Hard fastball and a nasty curveball. You just have to sit on one or the other and hope he throws the one you're looking for.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Nope. And he lays off again. Ball 3.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Now Carter with a big swing as he lets this one high in the air out to deep left field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. It's a solo shot here for Chris Carter. 4th home run here in the early going as the Yankees have tied things up. It's 2-2.
That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run.
Now batting, catcher, Austin.
Standing in now, Austin Romine. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. No outs, nobody on. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
Ronald Torreyes is the next to bat. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Curveball that time, not even close. One out, nobody on. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Souza ranging back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Another 0-2 coming. Hit on the ground out to short. Duffy comes up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But the Yankees are able to tie things up on the solo home run. 5 innings complete, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Step In and ready for another shot, Brad Miller. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit down the line at first. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Got him. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Digging in to try it again, Wilson Ramos. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
What a difficult combination. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, then it comes back with the curveball. So difficult to not sit on that 96 and be able to react to that curveball. It's a tough combination.
1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2.
I really like watching righties throw that cutter in on lefties' hands like that. This one was down 2, and if he hits it, there's a pretty good chance he's going to pound it into the ground. Maybe even give himself a shin burger.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Rasmus.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Colby Rasmus. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Here's the 1-1 pitch now to Rasmus. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
2 out, nobody on. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Thursday Night Baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
That's
A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Ellsbury waiting on the 1-0. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-1.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball, the pitch before. He's throwing so hard, you got to honor that fastball in that situation.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Too high that time, and it's 3-1. On deck, the dangerous Chase Headley. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Miller. And he's set down, 1 away.
The batter, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Ready for another shot now. Chase Headley. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle. Duffy ranging up the middle onto first, and Headley's retired here, 2 away.
First baseman number 33, Greg Bird.
Digging in and looking for more, Greg Bird. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. First delivery to him on the way. Jammed him there as this is rolled out to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on MLB Network. Back here in the Bronx, all tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. Striding in once again, Steven Souza. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And the pitch. Hit out towards second. Castro has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
First baseman number 1, Tim Beckham.
Ready once again, Tim Beckham. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. And that misses low and away, ball 1. One out, nobody on. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
Your attention, please. Now
so they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Stepping in now, Kevin Kiermaier. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is drifting foul back into the stands.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Corey Rasmus is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Corey Rasmus.
Digging in once again. Starlin Castro, a hit in 2 tries so far. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. Fastball in there for a called strike.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
High pop-up. Ramos has a play. 1 away.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Matt Holliday standing in now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Souza. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Chris Carter.
Ready for another chance? Chris Carter. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
0-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Shin high fastball that time. Ball 3. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Hey, when a guy's been swinging the bat as well as he has in this series, you definitely want to take the bat out of his hands. A free pass to first is better than what he's been doing the last couple of games.
Into the box now, Austin Romine. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And this will be fouled away.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
Hit back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Shortstop, Ronald Torreyes.
Ronald Torreyes the next to bat. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw goes over to third. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. A pause and the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. 2 down, runners at first and second.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
So it's settling in now, Matt Duffy. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Matt Duffy.
Into the windup and the pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. The pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Another 0-2 home. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. Not a lot of offense to go around, but a very tightly contested ball game. 2-2 our score here in the 8th, as it's starting to look more like one run may be enough to win this one. Standing in, Corey Dickerson. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
That's just not a competitive pitch. I mean, that ball wasn't even close. Now the hitter's sitting 2-0.
And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Oh, here's a shot out to right center. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Oh and 1. Here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Well, that was a curveball looking right there. I tell you what, that's a nice curve. Just really froze it. Good breaking ball.
Go ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now. Just hung in there on that one. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Miller.
Now at the plate, Brad Miller. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Dylan Betances Enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. First pitch on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-2. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode right there.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Rays strand just the 1. Score remains 2-2. Xavier Cedeno will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far.
Xavier Cedeno.
Here's Brett Gardner now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Lays off 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
Here he comes on 2-0. A swinging bunt to the mound. No problem here. 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Coming to the plate now, Jacoby Ellsbury. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And now a pitch on the way. And this is fouled back and out of play. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Chase Headley is on deck. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Line toward the alley in left center. And Ellsbury's aboard with a base hit. Here's Chase Headley. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And this will be taken in here by Beckham for the 2nd out.
Now batting, first baseman, Greg Bird.
Stepping in, Greg Bird. He was a ground out victim last time up. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. The 0-1 pitch. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. In the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone. So if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. One left for the Yankees, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Back in the Big Apple as we're set for what remains of this one on MLB Network. Digging in, Wilson Ramos. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. The 0-1 delivery. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay.
Colby Rasmus.
Standing in, Colby Rasmus. Previous history against Dellin Betances, 0-for-5. He's set. Here it comes. Fouled back. Set to deliver the 0-1.
That's a ball.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
And the slurve can't find the zone, and it's 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
And a bouncing ball, foul. One out, nobody on. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Popped high in the air. Calling for it, Headley. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The right fielder, number 20, Steven Souza.
Digging in, Steven Souza, 0-for-3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
The 0-1. Just a tick behind for a strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Tommy Hunter comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Tommy Hunter.
Here's Starlin Castro. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Number 14.
Ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Pitch on the way. Back up the middle. And Castro's got himself a base hit. 9th inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single.
Bottom of the 9th inning, comes up with a big leadoff hit. Man, that is beautiful. Sets the inning up nice. Maybe we'll see a walk-off here, Matt.
Matt Holliday standing in now as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. The winning run is at first base. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 0-1 in the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Possible winning run aboard here. Nobody out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And this one's in the dirt. And that misses, ball 4. So now the potential winning run moves into scoring position where a single could end this thing.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Ready now, Chris Carter. The winning run at second, however, the double play in order here. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit high.
Hey, this game is getting interesting real quick. The last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
1-0. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. A possible winning run on second. No one out. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Into the box now, Austin Romine, as he will have to dodge one up and in. Not one he wanted to see there to start the at-bat. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Possible game winners at second base here with one away. Fastball stays way up that time for ball two.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
Now the 2-1. In the air now out to right field. Souza is under it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And they will not get him at third. He's in there with two away as the winning run.
For the Yankees, the shortstop.
Into the box, Ronald Torreyes. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. The 1-1 pitch. Out of play. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Yanks strand a pair. Score remains 2-2. So coming to the plate, Tim Beckham. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th.
Tim Beckham.
First pitch on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Here it comes, 0-2, and he struck him out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Striding into the box, Kevin Kiermaier. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Oh, and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
Well, he might be feeling a little bit of a sting there, but he can take comfort in knowing that he represents the go-ahead run. That could turn out to be a huge hit by pitch.
So digging in now, Matt Duffy. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first, and the runner back safely. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Hit on the ground, but foul. Now the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Now batting, designated hitter, Corey Dickerson.
Stepping into the box, Corey Dickerson. He doubled his last time through. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Now a cut fastball that almost had a little too much cut as it nearly ran in and got him.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate, and that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate.
The 1-1 pitch. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. 1 left for Tampa, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Brad Boxberger comes on to start the home 10th, and just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Coming to the plate now, Brett Gardner. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Brett Gardner.
Now a bunt attempt here. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Well, this is what you like about those guys who can handle the bat for you. Drop a bunt when you need to, and right there, no better time but to drop a bunt when you need a base runner, and now you got the possible winning run on base.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. A dive, but he's back. Here's the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. The 0-1, and there he goes towards second. Pitch outside. And it's right there as Gardner is thrown out trying to steal second.
Hey, not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath it, so hats off to him on that one.
Bases are empty, one man out. And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a liner. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, they got a little something started now. 1 out, little 1 out rally. Got a chance to win the game. You got the winning runner on base now.
Chase Headley.
Into the box, Chase Headley. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And a pitch out, but Ellsbury stays put. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Now the 2-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Hey, not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. Now a throw to first doubles up the runner. Tough luck that time as he got stuck in no man's land following the line drive on the hit and run. And we'll have to cancel those dinner reservations, partner. 11th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Ready for another chance, Evan Longoria. He'll kick things off here in the 11th.
Number 3, Evan Longoria.
From the stretch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. The 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Gloved by Castro. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Brad Miller.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brad Miller. Previous history against Dellin Betances, 1 for 6. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag.
Wilson Ramos.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. A little bit outside. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Colby Rasmus is on deck. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. The 3-1 pitch. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Another chance to win it here to the bottom of the 11th. All tied. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Ready on 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Ready with another 2-2. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Digging in and looking for more, Starlin Castro. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Here's the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. The 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Possible winning run aboard here. Nobody out. Just a bit low, ball 3.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, right fielder, Matt Holliday.
Striding in once again, Matt Holliday. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Should be enough to get the job done. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And they've come back to win it here in 11 innings.
Well, that at bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish.
Not a lot of fireworks, but that narrows the candidate list for our top player of the game. And the man you see here was a key contributor, so he takes it home in this one.
Hey, it wasn't a huge offensive day for him. He only had 1 hit, but he definitely made it count. Put one out of here that ended up being a really important swing of the bat in this one.
(3-2) the finish in tonight's game. Dylan Betances claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's a wrap here tonight. From my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees. 3 runs on 10 hits.